Oh, what a day. I had problems with my audio on a video I just did about repairs. And then I said, okay, I'm going to go ahead and dub another video, this to dub a video to make the sound to do the repairs. Turns out I forgot to reset the settings again and basically was talking over nothing once again. So that's going to be a future video, but at the moment I am going to do a video on repair. You ever have one of those days that you just look at your stuff and say, it's broken, should I throw it, should I fix it? All of these pieces that are in front of you at the moment are repairable that I just put on this circular thing. It's 1 degree or another, either a leg or an arm or an ear or something needs to be fixed on it. So, without further ado, or is that a doo-doo? Whatever. When do, how do, I'm going to do some repairs on a few of these pieces. And repair is important. A, it shows you where your weak points are, and B, as expensive as colored glass is, why throw it out, right? First, it helps if you've got both pieces. If you don't, that's not a big problem, but it helps if you do. Like in this case, I have a lighthouse and it popped right off at the top of the lens or the bottom of the lens. So, basically, without further ado, let's kick on the concentrators, light the lights, light the fire, and kick the tires, right? It's a little different when you're working with a concentrator than you are working with. Anyway, like I said, it'll be a future video that I'm going to do. The other ones that I just finished doing. So, getting my eyes on. Let me make sure you guys have got a good angle. Right now I can't see this screen because I sort of dropped it a little. There we go. Now, cold weld. I'm going to put a cold weld down here at the bottom of the base of the piece so that I can hold on to it. Yeah, I could have probably gotten away without it, but it is a short piece and I didn't want to burn my fingers and drop it and throw it across the room and complain about a few things. So, you know, being on the better part of valor here. Another cold weld at the top of the loop. And these are just something to hold on to it so you're not melting your fingers. And usually the cold weld is, it will come off fairly quickly. Okay? And I'd rather see something whole and in one piece than broken and thrown away. Well, look at that. In heating and melting, the loop actually broke away too. So that's another good thing I did this for. We have those days where everything we think we're doing right, we're doing wrong. Um, I'll set up my table at a show, and instead of wrapping each piece individually, I'll put like all the $12 pieces together and put them in a baggie and take them to the show. I'll get to the show and dump them all out and Lo and behold, sometimes there's a broken one, but A, that shows you the durability of my pieces when you're thinking you got 100 or so $12 pieces and only one broke. That's a 99% save right there. And then what I do is I'll have my torch on hand and I'll repair it so I can instantly get it back onto the table. And at this size, the stress level is almost null and void, so you can get away with it, but it's better to put it through the oven. You know what I mean. Okay, one lighthouse. Now tap it off at the bottom. Oops, got more clear on that than I wanted, so I got to pull that all off. I'll stamp it in. Here we go. Let it cool. Now to go on. A dragon. Missing a wing. So I got a hold of some green exotic, which I'm pretty sure I've got available. Cold weld at the nose. And now I have to warm him in. That's very important. No, you don't just put it back in the flame because it's going to go. Okay. So the idea is to warm it in evenly. And the best thing I can tell you when warming something in is when you think you've done it long enough, all I'm doing is waving it back and forth through the hot flame. When you think you've done it long enough, you do it a little longer. And you'll know when you're getting close is when parts of the body start to glow an orange glow to your what you're doing with it. Okay, green exotic, just out of reach, of course. And here we boop. Uh-huh. And it's hot. And you don't want to pick it up, so you gotta hold on to it with a something. Again, cold welds are basically something to hold on to it for a short, and sometimes it's shorter than you want it to be. Other times it's longer than you want it to be. Okay. I'm actually going to make the wings a little bit bigger on both sides. Because I can and I'm here and I'm already working it. And there's another dragon that I'm going to make the wings a little bigger on too. One of the wings broke off of it. Okay. There's one. You can see the difference in size. But that's not a problem because, again, I warmed the whole piece up. So now I can just do the fold and pull back and forth until I get it about the size it's equal to the other one. And there you go. Boom. Okay, I'll move the wings to where I want them. One a little bit more forward. There we go. And the other one, a little bit more forward. And as I do that, I realize I need to do one more fold and pull. And that's, actually they're pretty close, but you and I both know we are our own worst critic, right? There we go. Added enough glass. Pull it out a little bit more. There we go. Not perfect. but doable. There we go. Maybe have to shorten. Nope, gonna leave it. Okay, warm it all out again. This is too hot. Oh, good. And all I'm doing, and you can do this with a more bushy, fiery flame, and toss it immediately into your oven, and you're good to go. Let's see. There we go. Cold weld off. Fire polisher's nose. And that one is good to go. Boom. Now here's the dragon. Actually, the wing's okay. The leg is a little off. And one of the antennae is broken off. And this, if I'm not mistaken, I want to say it's a hollow piece, but I could be wrong. Well, we'll find out together. Just so happens I have some of that blue handy. I believe it's some of that blue. It'll be close enough. And again, oh, I didn't heat this one, but I'm only going on, the top edge of his head. And it is getting warm to my fingers. Ow. Okay. Jade green for his arm, which I just happen to have. And I did want to make his wings a little bit bigger, so I'm going to. Since I got it, and I'll put a cold weld on the end of his nose when I finish here. There we go. A couple of claws. Boom, boom. I could put this in amongst 3 or 4 other dragons. Well, the only way that you could tell is that you have video proof of which one it was. Because you could put all my dragons all in a row and each one is individual. Okay? And with that, there's no 2 dragons alike. But if I, switched them around and put them all in a different order or whatever. Okay, now this is a cold weld and I'm trying to warm up the body again. This might be solid. I can't remember whether it's solid or hollow. It might be solid. The size of it could be solid. Anyway, bigger wings coming up. Repair. That's the thing. You got to learn to say that when I clean up my work table, that's my problem. I'll look at something, say that can be fixed, that can be fixed, that can be fixed, that can be fixed, that can be fixed. Instead of, I just know it can work. That's hard. That's the hard part for me to when we're cleaning off my table instead of throwing it out. Oh no! Not a major one. I lost his arm again. Same arm, so that's okay. And the wing that I just did. Oh, here it is. Here's a fun one. Watch this. Watch this. Ready? There's the wing. Well, no, you can't see it. Let me see if I can keep moving it. Okay, the wing that I'm going to be picking up is, okay, right there. See it? Okay, watch out. Hot glowing tip. Touch it to the tip there and boom. It's a cold weld, and instead of taking a pair of tweezers and taking your time to aim it up and put it on and then turn around and put it on a, you know, sometimes you can just go boom, like I just did. It's a quick, easy step. But I've learned that, especially with the price of colored glass, you really want to stretch every penny you got. I lived off a fringe of a shoestring budget when I worked my glass. I've always looked at it that way. Economicy, economical. Anyway, never mind. Okay, now I gotta see if I can find that arm again. That's not as necessary. I got the jade green glass. See, I added more wing. I like those wings. Okay. Okay. Couple of toes. Okay. There we go. Tap it off. I mean, heat it up a little bit so it taps off. Fire polish. And we got one repair dragon. And as you can see, all you got to do is just continue, instead of throwing a piece away. That's a good one. Oh, that's the one I did earlier. Okay, here we go. Last one, and I'm going to call it quits after this, is a lizard. And as you can see, his legs broke off. And he's a diachroic lizard, so you really got to be careful. Sometimes that diachroic can be temperamental. So you first, like always, even if it doesn't have dichro, you warm it in. Okay? You just warm it in. I actually had to go through about 200 or 300 pieces just to find a few repairs to fix for you. I did, like I said, that video earlier, and I had about 2 or 3 pieces. I did a sea turtle and a couple others. The worst part is, again, I didn't have any sound to it. Okay, here we go. I'm going to use the quick heat touch cool heat method. There's one. I should have put the front leg on first. Now that I see the angle of this one. I should still be able to get in there. Angle it just right. Get it hot. Touch it too. Oh, you only got a couple of seconds. Nanoseconds, actually. Okay, there's some colored glass on there. That's causing a problem. It cools at a different rate than the clear. Touch it too, see? Heat it in. Oh! Hit it again. There we go. And again, it's very important to make sure that the whole thing is warmed in evenly and cooled out evenly. Otherwise, crack, boom, bash, crash, thud, bang. Okay, it looks like I need to add some more green glass for the toes. Oh, I see what I did. I used the wrong. You're going to love this. No, don't like it. First of all, let's take it down. Say, nope, don't like it. I had several frogs over there and a couple of extra legs. Now that's one thing you can do is you can make some of this stuff ahead of time and then add it to like this. Watch. 1, 2, boom. It's a cold weld. There we go. And even the legs are. Turn that one further back a little. See if we can stretch his neck just slightly. Just slightly. From his shoulders. There we go. Boom. Tap off at the cold weld. Fire polish. Always fire polish a cold weld. Always going to have a little bit of an edge or niche or something. Repairs. I will have a picture of these things on the website. Actually, I will have pictures of it real quick here. Thanks for watching and enjoy your day. Okay, here's the repairs that I just did. Diacroc Lizard, Lighthouse, Dragons, I added better wings. That one was missing a wing and I replaced it. When you're done, and you've done a good job, no one can ever tell that it was ever broken. And again, even that leg. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your day.